When my father died, everyone told me to accept the will, to stop asking questions, stop searching, stop hoping. According to the official documents, he had left everything to my brother: the house, the land, his retirement savings, every last piece of our family history, and for a while, I tried to believe it. But then, I found something my brother never wanted me to see. A hidden will, one that changed everything. Growing up, people always assumed my brother Daniel and I were close. We were only 2 years apart after all, but the truth is, Daniel always acted like he was better than me. Maybe it was because he was the firstborn. Maybe it was because my father expected him to carry the family name. Maybe it was because my mother spoiled him to the point of blindness. Whatever the reason, Daniel lived his entire life believing he deserved more. More respect, more praise, more money, more love. I wasn't jealous. I just wanted fairness. My father wasn't perfect, but he was a steady man, quiet, honest, traditional. He wasn't the type to make drastic decisions, especially decisions that would tear his children apart. At least, that's what I thought. When my father passed away last year, everything happened fast. Too fast. Daniel immediately took control, arranging the funeral, calling the lawyer, organizing documents. He told me not to stress myself, that he would handle everything. At first I appreciated it, but then came the reading of the will. The lawyer looked uncomfortable as he spoke, almost like he expected a reaction. Mr. Thompson left the entirety of his estate to his son, Daniel Thompson. I stared at the paper in silence. My father left me nothing. No house, no savings. Not even the small family ring he had promised I would inherit? Nothing? Daniel placed a hand on my shoulder with a fake sense of sympathy. I'm sorry, sis. Dad always believed I'd take care of you. Take care of me? He couldn't even take care of himself. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I didn't argue. But deep inside, something felt wrong. Off, like a puzzle piece forced into the wrong place. The first crack appeared 2 weeks later when I visited my father's house, the one Daniel now legally owned. He insisted on following me from room to room, hovering as if I might steal something. At one point, I entered my father's study and noticed an empty space on his bookshelf, a rectangular outline of dust. Something had been there, something recently removed. I asked Daniel what it was. He shrugged. Probably an old binder. I threw away a lot of Dad's junk. My father never threw away anything. He kept grocery receipts from 10 years ago. Why would Daniel throw away a binder? And why only that one? That was the moment I decided I wasn't letting this go. I started small, asking neighbors, checking my father's old notebooks, reviewing his medical papers. Over and over, I saw inconsistencies. My father had paid for a consultation with a second lawyer 6 months before he died. Daniel had visited that same lawyer 2 days later. My father's handwriting in his last journal mentioned needing to correct something. And most telling, my father had started locking his study door in the final months. He never locked anything. Why now? One afternoon, our elderly neighbor, Mrs. Harper, stopped me in the driveway. Your father talked about you a lot before he passed. He said he wanted to make sure things were fair. He said he was going to fix things for you. Fix things. Those were the exact words my father wrote in his journal. If he was planning to fix his will, Where was the corrected version? Why didn't the lawyer have it? Unless someone hid it. Daniel refused to let me visit the house alone. He always needed to supervise. But one evening, he forgot that the back door lock didn't latch properly. I slipped inside quietly. My heart was pounding. Not out of fear, but out of certainty. Something was here. Something Daniel didn't want me to find. I searched every drawer, every file box, every cabinet. Nothing. But then, I noticed something strange. The rug beneath my father's heavy desk was slightly misaligned, like it had been moved recently. I pulled the rug back. There was a small metal latch screwed into the floor, a hidden compartment. I lifted it open with shaking hands. Inside was a slim black binder. I opened it. Inside was my father's handwriting, witness signatures, a notary seal, and a date. 4 months before he died. The title, Last Will and Testament. Revised. My breath caught. The distribution was clear. 60% of the estate to me, 40% to Daniel. A personal letter addressed to me. A note instructing that this document be delivered to both children regardless of prior arrangements. But the will wasn't delivered. It wasn't in the lawyer's possession. It was hidden in the floor. Why? Because Daniel put it there. Only he knew the study well enough. Only he would have reason to hide it. Only he benefited from the original will. I felt sick, but beneath the sickness, there was fire. I opened the letter addressed to me. His shaky handwriting filled the page. I'm sorry for the imbalance in your childhood. I should have treated you both equally. I have corrected my mistake. You deserve this, my daughter. Please forgive me. I cried, because for the first time I felt seen, but the sorrow quickly hardened. My father trusted me, and Daniel betrayed both of us. I photocopied everything. Then I contacted my father's second lawyer, the one he visited secretly. He validated the document instantly. Yes, your father brought this to me. I witnessed it myself. It's legally binding. I asked why he didn't contact us after my father's death. His face fell. We did, but your brother insisted he was the executor and that another will had been finalized. He told us not to proceed with the revision. I assumed you knew. Assumed I knew. Daniel had lied to the lawyer, hidden the revised will, and stolen my inheritance. I didn't call him. I didn't warn him. I didn't give him a chance to spin another lie. I went straight to the family attorney with the verified documents. Daniel was called in. When he entered and saw the binder on the table, all color drained from his face. You weren't supposed to find that. That one sentence destroyed him. The lawyer spoke firmly. Daniel, you committed fraud, will suppression, and inheritance interference. These are criminal offenses. Daniel lowered his head like a child caught stealing. I deserved more. Dad always favored me. I thought she didn't need it as much as I did. I looked him dead in the eyes. Dad favored you because he felt guilty, not because you earned it. The revised will was enforced. I received the house, the majority of savings, my father's personal belongings, and the letter, which meant more than anything else. Daniel. He avoided jail only because I chose not to press charges, but he lost everything else, including the image of being the responsible son. Our relationship never recovered. And honestly, that's okay, because for the first time in my life, I finally felt equal. Not because of money, not because of property, but because my father made sure in the end that I knew he loved me, and Daniel could never hide that again.